YouTube, Eisenhower's Tactical back with another video. Hey, once again, man, if you want to support the channel, want to buy a patch, hit my channel description. You see my email, and I'll ship one right out to you. Thanks to all the people who've already bought a patch. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, back with another video, man. I can't believe it, man. I just did a video on this not too long ago. YouTube in a safe control environment. Firearms are unloaded. There's nothing in the chamber. No ammunition. Everything is clear. I just did a video on not too long ago on dating apps and stuff like that, and here again it strikes again. I guess the New Year's and the holidays, people drop their guards and thinking that they can do this. Now, if you hold on, if you are young watching this video, or even if you my age watching this video, especially my age, let's start with the youngsters, man. But especially if you my age, you need to get let's start with the old guys, man. Look. I got bad teeth, bad back, bad knee, no hair, all that stuff. What makes me think that 19, 21 something, 23 something young lady would want to be with me other than try to take advantage of me or let's say think I got money or want to set me up or something like that? It's not happening, bro. Like none of these young ladies, they're all being pimped out, extorted. A lot of them are in sex trade. They're like their property really, man. So they're being told what to do, who to go try to pull a lick on, and then here comes your dumb butt thinking that you're a hot guy and all this kind of stuff, and these girls really like you. No, they don't, man. So I got a couple videos I'm gonna show you recently that took place, and they're both two different age groups, but the same thing goes for the young guys. If you're young, man, just go try to meet a regular girl, man. Don't try to be on these internet looking at all these Instagram chicks and all that, man. A lot of those chicks, that's soft. All that shit is soft porn, first of all. It's all being regulated by some cat sitting in the background, probably beating the shit out of her, taking all her money, and got her out there doing all these things, man. And here you come along, and you DM him, and you meet me at the casino, at the club, whatever it may be, at the bar, and you thinking everything is everything. Yeah, they might do a few sexual things with you for free in the first go around just to get you in there. But then after that, it's a lick coming. It's going to be a couple goons coming to your door with stuff like this, robbing you at gunpoint because of these females. So take a look at this video right here and tell me what you think about this, man. This is a clear setup. Look at the dude though, man. He's a young kid, but man, I'm just saying.
A woman wanted for setting up a man in order to rob him, leading to his murder, has been sentenced to prison time for that death.
Arturo Pena died in 2023. His body was found in a car at a Garland Park. While some justice has been served, there is still one suspect out there. His exact whereabouts are still unknown. Fox 4's David Sintendry spoke with Pena's family and joins us now live. David.
Steve, it's a 40-year prison sentence for the woman who almost made it to Mexico while on the run for that murder. But in the meantime, her boyfriend, who is still on the run, is likely still hiding out in Mexico.
He meant the whole world to me. He was my everything. I adored him.
Lisbeth Pena viewed her cousin, Arturo Pena, as a big brother.
He had a really good heart. That was his biggest thing. He believed everybody was like him.
In 2023, Arturo Pena met a girl on social media, 17-year-old Natalie Navarro. The two later met at Audubon Park in Garland. But Pena did not know Navarro brought her boyfriend, Yordi Martinez, to rob him. During the robbery, Pena was shot and killed, allegedly by Martinez.
It's unfair. It feels really unfair.
Pena lived in Mesquite. His family initially reported the 21-year-old missing and even hired a private investigator. They received online tips that Navarro and Martinez were responsible for his disappearance. They called Mesquite police when they spotted the couple. Cell phone video shows officers apprehending Martinez. He and Navarro, however, were released, citing a lack of evidence. The next day, Garland police found Pena's body in his car at the park, while Navarro and Martinez were on the run. Navarro had been reported missing by her family, and an Amber Alert was issued, a possible attempt to confuse investigators. But Navarro was captured near the Mexico border and brought back to Dallas County.
Can you tell us what happened?
This month, she was sentenced to 40 years in prison after pleading guilty to murder.
It was hurtful being so close to the person that ended, my brother's life.
Martinez, however, is believed to have crossed into Mexico. He's facing a capital murder charge, but Garland Police Department, working with U.S. Marshals, says it does not know exactly where Martinez is at.
I try not to think about it too much because it angers us.
Lizbeth Pena believes eventually Martinez will be captured.
I'm at peace knowing.
Okay, you saw that. I mean, he looked like a young kid, and I'm sure he met that girl on the internet. I know he did. That's what they said. He met her on the internet, and you know, he was just probably thinking like, oh, she likes me and all that kind of stuff. And now he done lost his life. Rest in peace to that young man. He did not deserve that. But at the same time, we can learn something behind this. The internet is not your friend. Technology is not our friend. Artificial intelligence is not our friend. The human element has to still be present. You still should rely on your own senses, common sense, and know who you are. If you run around here thinking that you're a hot ticket, a commodity, and all these girls like you and stuff, just because you're on the internet, you're mistaken, my friend. It's not true. You're not all that. What you probably did was brag about something or told them that you got this, you got that. And they might not even know. They just want to get close to you and see what you got. They robbing people and walking away with $40 and taking their life. So you got to ask yourself, is this shit worth it? Is it really, really worth it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is just to get a little piece of booty, whatever, you know, get a little blowjob, whatever it may be. Is it really worth a chance of you losing your life? That's what we're talking about. And so they're playing off your sexual deviancy, and they're gonna use it against you. And then they're gonna, and these guys, when they come in trying to, you show resistance, they're gonna take your life, man. Check this one out. I got another one for you real quick. This is a older cat, and this dude used to see these chicks. He didn't even see this coming.
It is haunting video. Our 8 News Now investigators showed you here first. 2 women walking hand in hand through a strip casino with the man they would eventually kill. This afternoon, those 2 women are beginning their sentences in prison. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators were the only TV crew in the courtroom for this emotional sentencing. David Charnes here with how many years they could be serving behind bars.
Yeah, right, Denise. The pair took a plea deal, sending them to the Department of Corrections for at least 10 years. Today in court, the family of the man they killed repeatedly asking why they did it.
Our condolences to Brian's family.
21-year-old Erica Covington apologizes for killing a man inside a Caesars Palace hotel room before a judge sentences her to prison.
I deeply apologize for the grief and the pain that has been brought upon you guys' family.
She and 22-year-old Ariana Taylor killed and robbed 25-year-old Brian Altamirano Solano in May 2023. This video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shortly afterward shows the trio walking hand in hand minutes before the murder. Altamirano Solano's father speaking with the help of an interpreter. It wasn't enough just taking his belongings, he says. They had to kill him. Altamirano Solano and the girls were in his room for about 15 minutes before one of them pulled the trigger. Police finding a cartridge casing they say matched Taylor's gun. Altamirano Solano's mother joining the hearing remotely from out of the country. The pain that I felt was so deep, she says. I felt like I just lost my life. I had so many questions. Why? Why my son? Police work to find the women included comparing these Instagram videos to surveillance from several strip properties that night. Officers arresting the duo 2 days later. Altamirano Solano's father again speaking through the interpreter.
I ask for justice for my son.
Police nor prosecutors have ever said which woman they actually believe pulled the trigger. Nevada law allows charges against all people involved in a murder, not just the person who did the actual slaying. I'm David Shaw.
Yeah, man, this dude, he clearly don't pay attention to the signals. I'm looking at those 2 chicks. They look shady as fuck. First of all, rule number 1, don't fuck with no chick who got tattoos on her neck and shit, all that. I mean, I ain't trying to knock somebody. If you're female watching this, you got tattoos, I ain't mad at you. I don't like chicks with tattoos. I never dated chicks who had tattoos on their neck and arms and all on their leg, all that stuff. I got their rib cage. That never was an attract. See, first of all, I'm old school. So I'm from the 80s, and so tattooing for me, I only speak for my age group, and most guys my age will admit, tattooing came from prison and the military. Those were the two biggest people who always had tattoos. Navy guys, I grew up by Naval Air Station, and a lot of the people in the military watching this video, they'll tap in, they will agree with me. That's one of your a rite of passage. When you go out to sea, the Navy, you land at these ports, Australia, Japan, whatever it may be. The first thing they do is they head to a tattoo parlor, because in Japan they got a shit ton of them, and all around the world they got tattoo parlors. But the military guys, that's a rite of passage to get a tattoo when you go get out for your SAN, or you go on leave, on break, or you go out to sea, you get a tattoo. So when I was growing up as a youngster, all the people who really had tattoos was Navy and military guys. Primarily Navy, because I grew up by Naval Air Station, and like motherfuckers that went to jail, gangbangers, man. That's who all had tattoos. At some point, it evolved to just recreational people, regular people just getting tattoos, and now everybody just got a damn tattoo. Especially if you ain't never been to San Diego, whoo, everybody in San Diego has a tattoo. A damn dog probably has a tattoo. I mean, it's tattoo heaven. So if you're a tattoo artist and you're trying to figure out where you're gonna put your shop at, take your ass out to California. You will stay booked 7 days a week. I mean, the tattoo parlors in California, they stay packed with people. I mean, it is unbelievable how many people get tattoos, particularly in San Diego. Me and my wife was stunned. We couldn't believe how many female, women, older people, all on their arms and all everywhere, just tattoo. I mean, it's really crazy, man. But yeah, so this guy, you saw him with the two chicks. Now he thinking he Rico Suave, that he pulled up on two bad chicks and they just happen to just really be into him. I mean, I just wonder, are people really that naive to believe that they're all that you just all that in a bag of chips, that you could just get two bad chicks and that's it? You think there's nothing else tied to that? I mean, that is absolutely absurd to me. Now, even celebrities get caught up in licks. So what makes you think that you can just like not get caught up in something like that? And that dude lost his life. So it's like, I mean, it's absolutely startling to me, like this whole dating app thing, going on websites and dating. That I would never do that, man. That is so weird to me. Like, go on a computer, oh yeah, put your profile in, and you don't even know what this person really gonna look like. You can get catfish. You know what I'm saying? The whole Manti Te'o thing. You know what I'm saying? How do you even know what these people look like? And then you get there and you see them, and if they do match with their profile look, that's fine. But you don't know anything about them. And I mean, my era back in the day, man, we go to the club, man, for real. Yeah, I did the club thing. I ain't no angel. I did the club thing. But we met girls at the club. We met girls playing basketball at the street courts. Y'all remember the song Will Smith, basketball, summertime, summertime, you know, and, you know, he talks about, you know, we got to go to the court because that's where all the girls be at. That's my era. You go down to the local court, there's all kind of bad chicks there watching the ball, watching everybody play hoop, doing certain things. And then you pull up on a girl like, hey, what's up, girl? Let me get your number. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, write the number down and, you know, hook up, and then you do your little thing. You know, I'll be at the court next weekend. Come on out here, bring your friends and all that kind of stuff. Then you go by the beach. You know, I grew up in California, so we got beaches. Go by the beach, get a couple 40s or get a joint, whatever, and hook up with some girls. And that's how we did it. It was no internet. We didn't have all that stuff. We just had basically pagers and telephones. So that's the only way you could meet somebody, and you have to do it in person, either college or, you know, at the workplace. You know, people used to date people at work. Now y'all can't even date at work. They frown upon that. That's another big problem. You should be able to date in the workplace. I mean, it could get messy. I admit it could get messy. I see why they took it out, but at the end of the day, people still gonna do it anyway. So I don't understand all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, meet somebody live. You know, if you live in an apartment complex, you know, see somebody like, well, hey, what's up, girl? Whatever, whoop, you know, or you know, you at the grocery store, you know, hey, what's up, young lady? Okay, whoop, whoop, you know what I'm saying? We used to do all that. We used to go on dates. We used to go on dates and go to the movies, man. We used to be like 3 or 4 guys and 3 or 4 girls. She had 3 friends. We got 3 friends, and we meet at the movie theater, go to the movies. I mean, I don't know how y'all do it now, but all this behind the keyboard and hooking up and at nighttime in that weird places like casinos and random hotels, those are traps to get licked. You know what I'm saying? Those are traps. I think, matter of fact, I think yesterday, Too Short, I don't know if y'all follow rap, but Too Short, one of my old school favorite rappers back in the day, his brother just got gunned down in Oakland. And I heard that was a lick. I heard that was a setup with some females. Most times, man, when these kind of things happen, and I'm not trying to bash women, but when you saw these two clips right here, what happens is women are the facilitators of all these heinous criminal jackings and robberies and robbery for murder and all that kind of stuff. But it's a dude behind it. So they just send the girls in to get you loosened up and all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, boom, door get kicked in. Bam. And then all of a sudden, you think you tough, man. What are you doing in here, man? Get out of my house. And yeah. And you gone. And they don't get nothing. Just your life is gone. And these chicks don't have no remorse or sympathy towards you. So stay away from that shit, man. Try to go to the zoo, man. If you go to an art museum, go to a museum or go somewhere that's kind of got to have a little bit of an educational feel to it. Go to an art museum, jazz museum. Go hang out at a nice little restaurant, man. Try to be solo. Go to a nice upscale little restaurant. Mind your business. Sit at the bar. You sit at the bars. Always single women at the bar. That's where all the single people sit usually. And you sit there and just strike up a conversation. And I'm giving game on how to pick up women, man. I'm 56. It's a damn shame. But clearly, this new era, they want to just have it like the easy, just punch it in. And a part of the reason why all this is going bad is because you're going in with the intent just to have sex. You're not going in with the intent to actually meet a long-lasting meet a person for a long-lasting relationship. That's the biggest problem right there. That's what it is. See, what it is, you're going into these dating sites just to find someone so you can get a booty call, and they know that. They're not stupid, and their pimp knows that. So what they're doing is playing off of your weakness of not being able to actually pick up on a woman in a more I would say more of an elegant way, more of a classy way. So by you trying to circumvent and just try to get a piece of booty, there's a price to pay behind that. Nothing's for free. There's no shortcuts when it comes to love and all that kind of stuff. So you're not looking for romance. You're looking for a booty call, and this is how you can lose your life, man. I'm just keeping it real. This is how people are losing their life because they're chasing sex on the internet, but the internet is all prostitution and women being pimped out and sex trafficking. A really good woman that got her head on her shoulders and a nice career on in her pocket. Do they go on the websites? Yeah, they do. There's a lot of people who met on the internet and got married, had a family. I'm not saying it can't happen, but your intent is what's gonna make it work or not work. If you actually are on your profile saying I'm looking for a long-lasting relationship, trying to get married or whoop and all that kind of stuff, that might deter all those vampires and wolves away from your profile because they won't be able to fake that when they meet you. Whereas if a person that does reply back and wants to, opportunity for a long relationship, you'll probably pick up on that they're being legit when you go meet them on this date. Because a lot of people, what they do is, I know I got a daughter that does the dating app things and stuff like that. And she said a lot of times what they do is they'll have like their girlfriends or a friend or a guy they know go to the area that they're going to meet at, and they'll be already in there. Kind of like how the police work or FBI, when they just want to bust you, they'll have people already up in there peeping the scene out, and then they'll give them their opinion on them and stuff like that, or have they back and see if they see something creepy. Because she's told me she's went on dates, and my daughter, and not my daughter down here, Zay, my older daughter, that she went on dates and the dude creeped him out so much that she said, I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. And she slid up out the back. So I guess restaurants and stuff and bars, they assist women who meet at these places off these websites on dates. And if they got to get up out of there, they'll help you get up out of there. So that's how bad it is, man. So I don't suggest anybody going through a dating app to try to meet somebody, but do what you want, man. It's your life. Just do everything. But I just think it's just too risky. And now it's going to get a little bit more tighter because things are changing. You got AI and all this kind of stuff. You don't know who you're talking to, what their intentions are. So your intentions are going to be just as important as the criminal-minded person's intentions. So if you're going for sex, I say just fly out to Vegas and go to the Bunny Ranch and just pay for it. Just pay for it at a brothel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they do in Las Vegas. They got brothels. They got the Bunny Ranch. It's legal out there. It's just illegal to prostitute on the Strip. But prostitution is legal in the state of Nevada. It's just not legal in Las Vegas. If that makes sense. So the brothels are not actually on the Strip of Las Vegas. Now, someone quote me on that, but I believe the brothels are a little bit outside of Vegas. So you have to be outside of the Las Vegas little line. And then they put the brothels like in the middle of the desert. So it's legal in the state of Nevada, but it's not legal in Las Vegas. And so if you just want to pay for sex, just go to a brothel. And then, because that shit's all under security camera. The women all get tested. You don't hear about nobody getting robbed and jacked at a brothel. It just does not happen. Now, on the road back home from the brothel, you might get jacked or something. Now, I'm not saying these chicks don't got pimps too in the brothels, and they might be like, oh, I got this dude, this sugar daddy, he really owned me and all that kind of stuff. And then, that's how you get set up, man. So just be careful, man. It's crazy, man. These women are really, really being exploited by some really evil dudes. And some of these women are being ran by women. So I remember a lot of these women might be bisexual or might be doing this just for money or being pimped out by their madam, so to speak. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Heidi Fleiss, if y'all old enough, Heidi Fleiss in their little black book. They didn't want to get that black book up. They was like, hey, if you ain't get that black book up, give us that black book and we'll pardon you on all criminal charges. Only thing we ask, the only thing you have to comply with is you can never write a book, tell a story, do an interview, or drop any names. And if you do, we will indict you for X amount of charges and you'll be facing 40 to 50 years in a federal penitentiary. And that's why you don't hear anything from Heidi Fleiss no more. And for the young people who don't know who Heidi Fleiss is, Google Heidi Fleiss. You know what I'm saying? She's the female Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, this woman had congressmen, senators, sheriffs, district attorneys, lawyers, bankers, Wall Street investors, hedge fund. She had presidential people on her payroll for services, man. So this ain't nothing new. All that little Diddy shit, that shit ain't nothing new. Hugh Hefner, I got friends that was in LA when Hugh Hefner was at the height of his little thing. He was pimping out 17, 18-year-olds, had them all up in there getting banged by rock stars and athletes and stuff. So all this stuff is not new. It's just the way it's being facilitated is new. And the internet is the fastest way to lose your life looking for sex. I do not suggest it for anybody, man. But let me know what you guys think about these videos, man. Like, these cats out here really thinking they all that. I mean, dude had two little hot bad ones and he thought like that, like they really was into him. And that's what you got to keep in mind. Now, me personally, if I'm, let's just say, this is me for example. If I'm down in the French Quarter, right? I'm walking down the street and two badass bitches come walking up to me and talking about, oh, what's up, daddy? Woo, woo, woo. Bitch, get your ass up off me. I ain't trying. No, I'm not good looking, first of all. I don't have a lot of money. I'm hella old. Why the fuck are you trying to pump my head up, blow my head up like I'm all that? No. And like I said, don't think that you don't have enough money to be a lick. I just know I don't have a lot of money, but $100 might be enough for that goon that's standing behind her, you know what I'm saying? Who's ever running her operation. These cats be on drugs. They got high expenses. They're paying they got to pay hotels every night for these chicks. So they'll just off you for just a couple $100. It don't got to be G's. It ain't got to be stacks. It could just be $50, you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Like, it don't take much, man, because like I said, a lot of these cats got huge overheads. They smoke a lot of weed, tobacco, they drink liquor, they got cars that they got to put gas in. They got to pay for all these little cheap-ass hotels every night because they can't get an apartment because they don't have credit rating. So they don't have a real job, so they got to live in hotels all the time. And so they constantly paying out of pocket. So they got to keep that criminal wave going. So it all adds up. It doesn't matter. 40 here, 100 there, or 2,000 here, or 3,000 there. It really doesn't matter. They will lick anybody if they know that you can get something off of you. A Rolex watch, a gold chain, or whatever. They will take you down, man. So stop acting like y'all are all that. Young and old guys, stop acting like you cute and you fine and you sexy and you hot. You're not, okay? Only thing you got is stuff that they want to take from you. And more importantly, they will definitely take your life. So keep that in mind. Let me know what y'all think, man. Anybody want to tap in? Have you had any like crazy experiences with dating online? Drop it in the comment box. Let's see if we can educate some people. Tell a story. Let us know. If it's, don't be embarrassed. If you made it through it, you made it through it. And if you stop doing it, now you good. But share your story, share your thoughts. I ain't got no experience with it at all. Never did it. Never been on Tinder or Fresh Meat or whatever that shit's called. Never been on any of that shit, man. So just keep it in mind that these places are being ran by criminal organizations. These women are not. They have no control over their life. They just put out there on the turf to circumvent criminal activity, and that's the way it is. And if you've ever been to Vegas, I've been to Vegas many times, and anybody's been there will contest. If you fly into McCarran Airport, I think they just changed the name. 2A Ninja was just out there for SHOT Show. They just changed the name to McCarran to something else. But anyway, if you ever flew into Vegas, the one thing that will stand out, I'm not lying, you will see a whole bunch of young girls with high-ass CFMs, come fuck me shoes on with the stilettos, short-ass skirts, all that shit hanging out, and they got a backpack or a bag, and that's it. And they look about 17 to 21, 22. Some of them be looking hella young. And everybody knows it in Vegas what they're there for. It's really sad, man. They already know what they're there for. They're there to serve up men for sex, and some of them are there to have sex and get you set up. That's why those Vegas casinos, if you remember, the Vegas casinos, man, there's always a murder up in a Vegas casino all the time, man, all the time. That's where they do you at. You saw in that clip right there, they went up in the room, shot the dude, and ran out the door, man. Like, you know, for what? And I think they said they got like less than $100 or something like that, and some jewelry or some bullshit. I mean, that's crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy, man. But anyway, man, let me know what you think, man. It's your boy Eisner's Tactical. Yeah, man, I gotta get this thing out to the range. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think, and see y'all in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Everybody take care.